If you are ready to make over $500,000 in wholesaling real estate, if you want to build a $500,000 a year wholesaling real estate business, this is going to be the perfect video for you. I want you to understand that building a $500,000 per year wholesaling real estate operation is not as difficult as it seems. Now, as somebody that has taken 2+ years, my first 2 years in wholesaling, to get to my first $500,000 in wholesaling, I want to tell you the things I did wrong, the things I did right, and really how you can start building the wholesaling business of your dreams. $500,000 is actually not as complicated as it seems. If you can get around 2 deals every single month consistently, which I'm going to show you exactly in this video how to do it, like step by step perfectly, you'll do well. This is going to be my guide plan this year, how to build up your wholesaling real estate operations to the business of your dreams. I want to show you today specifically how I made my first $500,000 pretty much at 19 years old, from 17, 18, 19 years old. Really see what I did. I'm going to show you the secrets to my game plan of building all the way up to $500,000. And I'm not going to get crazy, okay? I'm not going to be the person that's going out here telling you how to make $50 million every single year in wholesaling real estate, because I truly believe that's very unrealistic for most people. Now, if you're watching wholesaling real estate, I truly believe you can do what I did. You know, make $100K your first year in wholesaling, scale it up and get some good momentum where in a couple of years you're making $500,000 per year, and then eventually over that we can get into millions and millions of dollars. But what I'm specifically showing you today is what I think is very realistic for most wholesalers watching this today, and that is making $500,000 a $500,000 wholesaling real estate business. Now that might be a niche. Most coaches, gurus, whatever you want to call them, they want to get you millions of dollars or show you only how to make $100K. But really, I believe if you can crack the code on making 6 figures and really, in my opinion, consistent wholesaling real estate deals, you can easily hit to the point of making your first $500,000 in wholesaling real estate in under a year. Heck, maybe even 1 to 2 years. But what is better to know about the story than hearing my own story? And that's what I'm here to tell you today. Let's before we get into it, let's kind of talk about before I hit 20 years old, because about 20, I became a millionaire through wholesaling real estate. But 17, 18, 19, let's talk about that. My first $500,000 in wholesaling real estate, and how you can do the same exact. And, you know, when I was wholesaling, I hate to call it, like, oh, you know, back in the good old days, you know, I was I'm an old man watching right here, you know, I'm an old man at the fireplace telling you my story of back in the 1934, you know, me wholesaling now. Okay. This is 2017, 2018, right? And so I'm going to tell you what I did, and I want to tell you what I would do differently. And I truly believe wholesaling real estate has changed a lot everywhere, right? And so I truly believe there's some things you should change. But let's talk about $500,000. I figured in about 2 years is about 25 deals. And these deals came pretty consistently, right? I would not say they're as consistent as they are now. My ad spend wasn't as big, but my heart and my drive was bigger than ever back then. And so about 25 deals, that's what it's going to take to be $500,000. So you do that in a year, 2 years, whatever it was. But let's kind of go a little more micro. Let's kind of shrink this down a little more. This $500,000 really turned out to be really pretty simple. So what I mean, so let's talk about my first $100,000, my first 6 figures in wholesaling real estate. So my first 6 figures solely was off of only one marketing channel. I wasn't crazy. I wasn't complicated. I didn't do all these crazy, nutty things. All I literally did was one marketing channel, one marketing tactic, and that was all I did. Sounds crazy, but that's all I literally physically did. And what was this, right? I did Bandit Signs. 17 to 18 years old. Talked about this a million times, but I did Bandit Signs. So in high school, I had those We Buy Ugly Houses signs, and all I physically did was I went out here, I put signs outside my high school wrestling tournament. That's all I did. So high school wrestling tournament, cut and weight, all that great stuff. I just put a little sign out, We Buy Ugly Houses cash, phone number, boom, get calls, appointments, contracts, you know the deal, right? I was in high school, I kept getting kicked out of class because I was answering Bandit Sign calls. Straight A student, by the way. But always getting kicked out of class for that. But ended up doing very well with it. Made $100K before I graduated high school. And it was great, right? I was making good money. But the thing about Bandit Signs, and the thing I needed to learn really quick, was about a year and a half later. So I started doing other marketing channels, you know, a year and a half after. But like pretty much what I was doing was about 50 to 100 Bandit Signs a week. And I started getting people to do it for me. I felt like a low-time drug dealer because I had people dealing the signs out for me, right? I felt I got the street corners on lock, right? It was very weird, right? But it was a very fun time. I was making a ton of money. It seemed fake, but it was so cool how that all happened at such a young age. But basically what happened was code enforcement got so smart, right? I put out so many signs and I never stopped because they were making me a ton of money. Code enforcement beefed up their people. They hired a bunch of people specifically going after me. They never went after me to this day. And they got a lot better at Bandit Signs and the ROI wasn't there. And then I kind of shifted to other strategies. But what I can tell you is my first 100K about a year, this wasn't really the problem, but I was never perfect. And I think this is something I think a lot of people, they can't relate to, right? They feel like they have to be perfect, right? They go watch me and they feel like they have to be me. They physically have to wholesale like me. They have to talk to sellers like me. They have to have the slick closing sometimes like me. They have to have the right mannerisms. They have to look like me. Guys, no, okay? I want you to understand, you can never be perfect in wholesaling, right? And so when I looked up at a wholesaler, you know, my dad, like he was the guy, he was the perfect person, right? And I never once tried to be like him, okay? I was always myself. And one thing that you have to understand is you cannot be me. You have to be yourself. Everybody else is taken, so be yourself. Be your own unique person. You have more skills than me and on some aspects, and you probably have less skills than me in other aspects, right? Especially when it comes to talking to sellers, wholesaling, just regular sales skills in general. Like, it's all a little different. But what I want you to understand is I was never perfect when it came to wholesaling, real estate, my marketing, my Bandit Signs, everything. But I never stopped. And so the only thing I was perfect at was never quitting. And that was the only thing that, honestly, in my opinion, really ever mattered. If you don't quit in this business, you will not lose. The wholesalers that quit are the ones that always lose. You are a winner in training if you haven't got your first wholesaling deal, and you got your first wholesaling deal, you are a winner. And so the big, massive secret here in wholesaling real estate is to never, ever quit. You can never be perfect, but you will be the perfect wholesaler if you never quit. And that is the point, because if you never quit, you never stop, and you constantly get better, you're leveling up. You're always leveling up, and you never level down because your skills always go up. And this is what I want you to understand, that you're never going to be perfect in this business, but if you just keep going, you will be well. And so we kind of talk about, you know, and then that happened. Then my 100K to $500,000. So my next 400,000 after my first 6 figures, right? What I could tell you is you might see my pattern in what I'm doing. I kind of ditched Bandit Signs because I went up to college and I only focused on one marketing channel. Literally only one marketing channel. Seems crazy, but it's true. One marketing channel. What was that? It was cold calling. Pretty simple. I literally only did cold calling. And so when I only did Bandit Signs, guess what? I got really good at Bandit Signs. And guess what happened when I only focused all my time, effort, energy into cold calling? Did really good at it. And that is the point, ladies and gentlemen, today. If you focus on one thing, get hyper fixated on that one thing, if that one thing will actually you'll do good results, it'll do well. I knew cold calling worked. And so I fixated myself on becoming the best cold caller possible. And I didn't yap the yap. I didn't talk the talk. I walked the walk. And how did I go out here and walk the walk? I cold called. And guys, you ask my college roommates, ask anybody, but I have the mojo call reports to prove I was cold calling 5 hours a day, 5 days a week for a year straight. And if you want to know if I really did that, guys, pretty much every single week, okay? Every single stinking week I did this, and I never, ever stopped. And so every week, pretty much every week or every other week, I cold call live on this YouTube channel and I talk to motivated sellers. Guess what happens when I talk to motivated sellers? I close them. I do well. You see my cold calling skills are there. Can the average Joe go off the street and cold call like me? Probably not. But why can I beat pretty much every single other YouTuber at cold calling with my skills? Because I did 5 hours a day, 5 days a week for a year straight, and I always constantly cold called, trained cold callers, and trained you guys to cold calling, and all I do is eat, breathe, sleep wholesaling, which means nobody else can beat me in this skill. I'm pretty much wholesaling real estate in general, you know, because I do this business so much. I train so hard, and I train harder to get you guys to have wholesaling success. It's almost impossible to beat me in this business when it comes to cold calling, because I put in the hard work, sweat, and grind. And so when I tell you I do this and you see my results and you're like, oh, I want to be like him in 5 seconds. No. You got to work hard. If you work hard, you bust your dang butt and you get to work, you'll do very well. But I had to dedicate a lot of hours in this business. And when I dedicated those hours, the skills came. And so honestly, what I found is I did really good at that. I did the government lists. I started doing prop stream lists when from list source wasn't working too well anymore. And I just got to work. And then over 2 years, made my first $500,000 in wholesaling real estate, partnered up with Rick, millions of dollars, and scaling up. The rest is history on my journey this year to become the biggest wholesaler in the entire country. And one thing I can tell you, after 2 years making $500,000, I learned a couple of very important lessons I think you guys should understand, especially when it comes up to scaling up your business and getting over $500,000 per year in wholesaling real estate. First and foremost, I got better by practicing, not learning. I want you to understand this. You get better in wholesaling real estate by practicing, not learning. Now, it's very important in wholesaling real estate. I really want you guys to understand this. In wholesaling real estate, you need to learn, okay? There is knowledge you need to have in your head to know. And I've said knowledge is super, super important. But when it comes to the skills, okay, talking to sellers, qualifying leads, getting the ARV repair costs comping, finding cash buyers, talking to sellers, walkthroughs, understanding title, understanding contracts, the skills in wholesaling real estate. The best way to get better, you can get better by watching videos, you can get better by learning about it. Freelancing.com, everyone needs to go through it, obviously. But I got better with all these things by practicing, never by learning more, okay? There's a certain point where learning is great, but there's a certain point where if you're learning more than you could be practicing, and that's actually hindering your success. And so I tell everyone, learn the basics of wholesaling. Okay, learn the basics. So go out here, go to freelancing.com, learn the basics of this business. But what I can tell you is you will get better. I promise you, you will get better by practicing, not learning. And this is not something to tell you, oh, you don't have to watch freelancing.com videos. You don't have to learn them. No. Okay, you need to learn, but you need to also put in work and action. Cold call. So what I mean by this is you can watch a million videos on how to do offers. You can do that. That's great. That's great learning how to do offers the right way or pitching it. But you actually going here and giving 100 offers to sellers, the person that did 100 offers to sellers is the person that watched more videos on doing offers after the basics. The person that gained that experience is going to do so much better. And, everyone here, most of you guys like video games, right? The experience of playing a video game versus watching a tutorial on how to play a video game is so much different, right? You get really good tips and tricks, right? And you can probably get better by learning the tips and tricks, but comes to a point where you should just be doing it and practicing it and you'll get better. So just understand, guys, after the basics, you will learn more from doing this business than learning this business. And I think this is a very key, important skill a lot of wholesalers don't have, or they don't know, or they didn't learn it, but I think it's very important that we go out here and do it the right way. And so everybody watching this video, after the basics, you get all the basics at freelancing.com, learn more from actually doing this business the right way. If you know how to do this business the right way, you'll end up having wholesaling real estate success. And so what's the secret? How to get good in this business? Like what's the big secret for success? I'll tell you my personal secret here, guys. In wholesaling real estate, my personal secret to success is just consistent action, hard work, dedication, and training. Let me say this one more time. If you want to become a successful wholesaler, somebody that actually makes a lot of money in this business, if you do consistent action, if you consistently put the work in this business and you show up every single day and do action, offers, comping, talking to sellers, and you do it over a long enough time period, why learning the basics enough at freelancing.com, do one-on-ones with me, learn, network with the people, you'll do well. You constantly put your best foot forward and you do hard work, you'll do well. You go out here and you train hard, you practice what you're doing, you go out here and go actually practice wholesaling, you'll do well. But the thing I mean by this is, guys, you got to take action. And I think I've said this a million times. I'm going to keep saying it, but guys, there's not one person that makes $500,000 per year in wholesaling real estate that didn't get really good by doing a ton of offers, a ton of marketing, and a ton of training. So don't be the crazy exception. Don't try to do that. And so I get asked, how do I do consistent action? How do I do a consistent marketing? How do I go out here and get leads coming in? Because we're doing $500,000, 2+ deals every single month. How do I do that, Zach? This is pretty simple. Create a schedule. And I will say this till the cows come running home, but create a marketing schedule. Create a marketing schedule. And I cannot stress this enough. Create a schedule of what you're going to do to talk to motivated sellers. And when you create a schedule, the point of a strict schedule is to follow said schedule. And if you follow that schedule to a T and you know it's going to give you the maximum chance of getting a wholesaling deal, you know you can't quit the schedule. And you consistently show up to that schedule every single day. It will make sure you do volume and consistency at the same time, and boom, you'll become successful in wholesaling. Consistent wholesalers always do well. Consistent wholesalers that have volume will always get wholesaling real estate deals. So create a constant marketing schedule, create your time budget, create your money budget, learn all these things at freelancing.com. I've said it a million times, but that's how you do it the right way and you can get there. And so the question is, how do I make $500,000 this year in wholesaling real estate? How do I make $500K? How do I become one of the top 1% of wholesalers out here in wholesaling real estate? What is it? How do I get it? How do I become successful in this business? What is it? This is pretty simple. Okay, let's just get into it. Number one, learn the basics. I've said it a million times. I'm going to keep saying it, but learn the basics of this business. The more basic you make this, the easier it's going to get. When it comes to, oh, should I get the right ARV? Should I get the perfect systems for calculating and get the perfect offer and get everything out? Okay, stop complicating everything, okay? Just learn the dang basics of wholesaling house. That is it. Guys, in June, we always have the 30-day wholesaling challenge, okay? And 30-day wholesaling challenge shows a video from day 1, day 2, day 3, all the way to day 30. The point of this 30-day wholesaling challenge is we put it inside of Freelancing.com. We have it every single time in the Flipwork YouTube channel, but it's literally day 1 through 30 sequential videos on how to get started in wholesaling, the basics, how to get your first deal. Pretty simple. Everyone should be signed up for it, or if you're watching this in December or something, just go to freelancing.com. All the videos are already there. It's the most up-to-date challenge every single year on how to do it, and the basics are there. And so I think everyone should go to freelancing.com for free. So let me just FYI, just so nobody gets confused what I'm saying, the word free and then the word wholesaling in one URL. So freewholesaling.com. Learn wholesaling real estate for free. You get the basics down. It's perfect. And you will get the knowledge and then you get practicing, okay? Once you do that, we clearly state to create a schedule and a plan. So create a schedule and a plan of action. Okay, I'm going to drive for dollars 6 hours a week. I'm going to cold call for 5 hours a week. And then I'm going to go out here, do a couple follow-ups and maybe find cash buyers for a couple more hours. That's 15 hours. That's all I have. But I'm going to consistently do it. I have the days I'm going to do it. I'm at the time I'm going to do it, and I'm never going to stop doing it. Boom, you'll become successful. So the people are all over the board. Oh, I'm doing an hour here. I'm going to do 4 hours here, and then no hours this week. And no. Consistently. I'd rather you wholesale 4 hours every single week consistently, never stopping those times, than doing it all over the board. Guys, you have to have a consistent discipline in your life. Discipline equals freedom, and discipline will give you success. Guys, you remember, we're not doing this for ourselves. We're doing it for our why, our kids, family, financial freedom. We are not doing this so we can go get a new whip or something sick or cool. We're doing this for wholesaling real estate success. We are doing this because our family deserves it. We're doing it because we deserve it. We know our future and our future children and kids and legacy deserves it. So don't be doing this for selfish reasons. Do it for something greater than yourself, which is your family. That's what it's all about. If you have no family, do it for yourself and your future family. Do it for your dog, your cat, your kitten, whatever it is. Do it for me. I don't care. But you're doing this for something greater than yourselves. So go out here and do it every single day because it's worthwhile and it's worth doing. And getting rich is something you deserve. It's something you were put on this earth to do. And you need to prove that you deserve to be on that top. And if you deserve to be on the top in wholesaling real estate, prove it. Show them. Show them you did the hard work. Nobody goes out here just like, oh, I'm just so talented. I don't do anything all day and I get deals. No. It's consistent work and do it. So maybe you guys watch my story and you guys can pick up some patterns. I've picked up some patterns in my wholesaling real estate story because I teach hundreds of thousands of people in wholesaling real estate. I get the first deal and make hundreds of thousands of dollars, and heck, some of you guys, millions of dollars. I've taught you guys a lot how to do it. And when it comes to my first $500,000, I can tell you it's a very easy strategy. It's attack, reevaluate, pivot, attack. That is all I really have done. So Bandit Signs, attack, that's not working too well. Reevaluate what I'm doing, pivot my business a little, and then boom, keep going at it. It's not reevaluate, attack, reevaluate, pivot, attack, pivot, reevaluate. No. You reevaluate, you pivot when something's not working, then you keep going and attacking. It's not attack, and then attack's not working anymore. If the attack ain't working anymore, we got to reevaluate and then go back into attack. You're not going to be pure attack unless everything's working perfectly, right? And then we can keep scaling up from there. But in my journey, and even now, I have to reevaluate and pivot. So let's talk about my journey now, right? Let's kind of get a little more macro in my wholesaling real estate business, right? You got Bandit Signs, cold calling, pivoted again, scaling with direct mail. Then we pivoted again. We did a lot of SMS that did really well. We pivoted, try RVMs. We're trying all these new things, reevaluating. If we start adding in JV deals, YouTube deals, and the channel and everything, and reevaluating or pivoting even more and we're just growing while we're doing it. And I'm constantly doing what's working. I'm constantly adding in extras and less and more and all these great things. And guys, I've pivoted, reevaluated. They haven't worked well, right? I've done SEO, PPC, Facebook. We've tried them all, okay? And we do the ones that work and the ones that we teach you because they work right now. They don't work, just for a month or two. They're constantly always going to work, and they're the best ones for you, right? If you just learn, very simple rule, okay? In wholesaling real estate, we talk about marketing channels, lists, whatever we're doing. If it is working, do it at scale. And what do I mean by this? If you're cold calling and you get 2 deals this month from let's say a high equity vacant list, am I going to tell you we should SMS the pre-foreclosures? No. Okay, whoa. If we got deals when this list and marketing channel combo, we are going to keep doing it at scale. We're going to scale up. We're going to get even more high equities, even more vacancies. And we're going to go even crazier on this. If something is working in wholesaling real estate, this way everyone make $500,000 or more, you got to do it at scale. And what is scale? More calls, texting it, sending direct mail to it, reverse trying for dollars that list, whatever it is to get more eyes that you're looking to buy properties for cash, it will yield you better results and more results in wholesaling real estate. Vice versa. We got to understand this too. If something is not working, We got to stop doing it. Okay. If this is something that's not working, we can't be doing it anymore. If I keep trying to text pre-foreclosures and I just get 0 deals, I've spent all this money. Do not keep trying that again. You got to pivot and try it out. And what I mean by like, did I say you text 100 pre-foreclosures and then quit after you don't get a deal? No. I'm talking like you've tried everything at scale. You send thousands of texts a day. It just doesn't work. Got to try a different kind of strategy. I'm not going to just be all sad and mope and be like, oh, wholesaling sucks. It's not going to work. I'm terrible. No, guys, we're going to keep our head up and we're going to keep going because we're not quitters. Quitters go out here and mope all day that the marketing isn't working and everything sucks and the world's terrible. We're not like that. We put our chin up. We go out here and do what we deserve. We deserve to get rich in wholesaling real estate. It might be a controversial statement for people, but you deserve to get rich. And if you want to be the person that proves that you deserve to get rich, everyone can say they deserve to get rich. Show everybody that you deserve to get rich. I deserve to get rich. You know why? Because I did the hard work. And you don't have to see my hard work. Nobody saw me cold calling Fiverr. I mean, my roommates did, but like no one really saw that. The only thing you guys saw was the money I made, right? And the dedication and the skills I have wholesaling real estate. That's what you guys saw. You guys never saw the hard work, blood, sweat, and tears I had in this business. I did not want to get up at 4:30 a.m. to put Bandit Signs out and then do a whole wrestling tournament. I did not want to do any of that stuff, but I did it anyway. And it ended up giving me a lot of money in wholesaling real estate, a lot of money in the real estate investing industry, and a lot of skills in wholesaling that helps you guys get really rich in this business. And it was all worth it for myself. But you gotta understand right now, guys and gals, that if you're not going to work hard, you're not going to get anywhere in life. That's a fact. You have to understand that this business is going to suck. It is going to be terrible. It is going to have a lot of bad lows, but even higher highs. It is going to have a lot of struggle. It's going to have a lot of trials, tribulations, and all these tough, difficult things. Of course, you're going to have moments where you want to quit. You're going to have moments where you don't want to be in this business anymore. You're going to have moments where you just feel like stopping. But those are the moments you got to realize why you actually got in this business. And once you realize why you're getting in this business, why you're going out here and doing everything possible to live your dream and do everything you possibly want, that is when you realize I need to even go harder, dig my heels in and keep pushing forward. The men and women that always push forward when something terrible, like struggles happen to them, they kept pushing forward and going to the next limit. They kept moving forward. They never stopped. They never wavered. Those are the people that overcame the struggles, guys. You got to remember, everybody loves a good superhero movie. They love a good comeback story. They love that stuff, right? That's how Americans love everything, right? Why don't you be the person that is the hero in your own journey? And of course, every cool superhero movie or whatever, they always get knocked down. They always have terrible situations that happen, but they come back from it even stronger and they slay the villain or whatever it is, right? And you have to be that person. I got knocked down a million times. Who cares when you go out here and become victorious? That's what matters. And so what is my goal, right? What am I telling you to do, right? I can get you all hyped up and excited to get into wholesaling, but I don't tell you where to put that energy. It ain't going to do well. And so this is my basic advice, okay, for everyone. Start trying these out, seeing what's sticking, seeing what's not working right. If it's working, do it, scale. If it's not, stop doing it. What is that? This is it, okay? First of all, try out 1,000 contacts. We need 1,000 contacts. What's a contact? A contact is when somebody says hello. Okay, so I call them up and they say, hello? Say, hey, is this the owner of 123 Main Street and you're looking to sell it, right? Like a cold calling example, right? But I want 1,000 contacts from each of this before you start pivoting on anything else, all right? I think right now, if you're doing local wholesaling, you should do 1,000 contacts of reverse driving for dollars. Hands down, I think it's very important, but try 1,000 contacts of what I call reverse driving for dollars. When you put sticky notes on property, say, hey, this is Zach, had a quick question about property. Please give me a call back. Love this method. It's a great one. Do 1,000 of those. On top of that, I want 1,000 contacts on cold calls. Cold call whatever list you possibly want. I prefer government lists, but whatever. I want you to get a hold of at least 1,000 people for JVing. And I know that seems like a lot, but I feel like if you do 3 a day for a year straight, you can get 1,000 people, right? In your market, letting people know who you are, connect with other wholesalers, connect with other people you can do deals with, realtors, 1,000 for a year. We're talking about $500,000 a year. I think you can easily do that. And just try to, I'm telling you, even if it lands you an extra 50 to 100K of wholesaling deals, it just helps you get further to that point. And when you said 1,000 SMS text blasts, hopefully a month, that's 1,000, that should be 5,000 texts for the 1,000 contacts, hopefully 20% response rate if you do it right. Where let's say you find an ugly house, you take a picture of that property, right? And then you text the person on True People Search, you find their phone number, hey, is everything okay with this property? And you send the picture of it, right? Most people have unlimited texting on their phone, right? Y'all text like crazy anyway. And you just text these people and you'll get good response rate and it costs zero money to do. And so everyone's like, when I say, you should do SMS, like, I'm not paying $750 a month for texting. I never told you to do that. Do it for free on your stinking phone. Y'all are on your phones way too much. Guys, this thing's taking money from you. Start making money with your phone. All right. I know this phone's made me more money than taken from me. And you guys should get to that point too. All right. And before you do anything else, the PPC, the crazy SEO stuff, any other strategy that's nuts, just try these strategies: reverse traffic flows, cold calling, JVing, and SMS text blasting before you do other crazy stuff. Now, obviously do whatever you want. I'm telling you, there's exceptions to rules. You guys do one-on-ones. I'll give you exceptions, right? I'm talking about the general public here. Just focus on that starting out. And I promise you, it'll have good results for you. And once you understand in real estate wholesaling that the results will follow from hard work. And a lot of people want the results instantly, right? Everyone always only cares about the results. What's the result? It's that moolah. It's that cash. It's the Lamborghini, the cool whip, whatever you want it, right? The boat, the yacht. Everybody wants the results. That's the sexiest thing in the world. And everyone wants the results and they want them fast. Everyone. Right? What I want you to understand is the results only come from one thing. There's no machine that comes out here and gives you the results, right? There's no magic thing that gives you wholesaling deals. Results always come from hard work. And almost 7 years in the wholesaling real estate game and millions of dollars, I've had to find this out fairly rough, right? But you're only going to get deals from hard work. You sometimes get lucky on 1 to 2 deals, but we're not talking about consistent deals coming in every single month. They're always going to come from hard work. If you do not want to work hard, you will not get good results. I'm talking about consistent results, big results, cash yielding, life-changing money results. They're always going to come from hard work. And hard work does not like people that don't want to get up in the morning and go out here and take action. They don't want to go to people that are not driven or don't have passion to go out here and do everything they take to become successful. Hard work loves the dedicated, the few, the people that go out here and do whatever it takes to get their first deal, their 10th deal, and their 100th deal. Once you understand that, you will become better every single day. And that is the key, guys. 1% better every day. And this is a mantra I've been saying a lot lately, but it's true. If you just get better 1% every single day, and just by training and doing it over and over and over again and talking to more sellers and more lists and just keep going after it, you will become a better wholesaler. And you won't see it right now, but over time, you'll see it more and more. And it's kind of funny because when I watched myself cold call 2 years ago and some of my trainings, and when I see me cold calling now, it's night and day, because I was good back then. I'm even way better right now. And I just have a lot more confidence right now. I've just done more deals. I know this process in and out even more. And because I'm more confident, because I'm more assertive, because I am more passionate and driven right now, and knowing I can help even more sellers, I'm more direct, I'm more confident, I am to the point with the seller, but I know how to build that rapport, and I know how to build that connection with the seller even better, and I'm just way better. And that was slowly getting 1% better every single day for a year straight. That just got me to that result, and you're gonna have the same thing. I've shown every single person how to get better. It's from training, action, making offers. I go out here and I tell people all the time, they're like, Zach, do a cold call, role play with me. And I'm saying this nicely, I'm not calling out names, but some of them are not good. Straight up dookie, terrible. And I say, do this for me. I want you to make 100 offers on Zillow. They're like, what? Huh? 100 offers on Zillow? What? And they flip out on me. And I say, yeah, do 100 offers on Zillow, then get back to me and we'll do another role play. When the people that legit tell me to my soul, in my face, they look me eye to eye and they say, I did 100 offers, I'm ready to do another role play. They sound night and day different, because they went from no practicing to practicing, and they come back, they feel like they did the same, except they are a million times better because they've been through the motions. They know it's the worst case scenario, they know the best case scenario, and they ended up getting results. That's the point, guys and gals. If you go out here and just get 1% every single day by just practicing, becoming a good wholesaler, you'll get better every single day. And what extra thing I want to tell you about, this is something that I've personally done. I think this is something you guys should do too, but copy and find what's working in wholesaling real estate. Specifically for wholesaling, find somebody in your market that's doing well and figure out what they're doing. Just figure out. What's their marketing channel? What's their acquisitions like? What's their cold calling like? What's their dispo process like? Who's their cash buyers? Who's their title company? And just kind of copy them a lot. I'm not telling you to copy word for word, but like if they're doing really good doing reverse transfer dollars on a pre-foreclosure list, you should probably do something very similar, right? And so let's say, for example, I'm in San Antonio, Texas, and I know somebody in Dallas, Texas that something's working for them really well in Dallas. I might want to try what they're doing maybe in San Antonio, right? Find successful wholesalers. And sometimes it won't translate perfectly, but find successful wholesalers and see what they're doing and then try to do the same exact thing. Because remember, if it's working for them there, there's a good chance it's going to work for them here too. And if you go out here and just listen to the top wholesalers, try to find their mindset, try to think of how they're talking, you'll get very, very well. But some people don't want to do it. Go out here on Facebook, network, see what's working, what's not working, and you'll do well. And so the last thing I want to leave you guys out on here is JV and network. I've said this a million times, but go out here on the YouTube comments. Go out here and let people know who you are. Hey, I'm in Seattle. I'm in Tacoma, Washington. I'm a wholesaler. I've done a couple deals. I have a lot of great cash buyers. If anybody needs help selling a deal, go out here. Hey, my name's Zach. I'm in Tacoma. I'm struggling to sell this deal. I'm a brand new wholesaler. Does somebody have cash buyers? I need to get some money on this deal. You mash these two up. Boom. This person has to lose out on a deal, and this person gets to use their cash buyer database, and they both make money versus letting that money go to a realtor. Everybody benefits. It's perfect. That's the point. Shaving a network, but no one to know who you are if you don't let people know who you are. So let everybody know who you are. This is why I do a lot of JV deals, because people know who I am and they know I'm trusted and they'll send me deals. That is the point. Guys, JV and network, that's why I don't know why wholesalers don't do this. But if you just let people know who you are, you'll do well. Don't reinvent the wheel. Don't try to be this super crazy secret wholesaler that's trying to create your own new method. Do what other people are doing and do it at scale. If you find people are making millions of dollars doing this one tactic, try that tactic in a different way, but do it at scale in your own market and you'll become successful in wholesaling real estate. So if you're ready to build a $500,000 wholesaling real estate business, this is what you got to do. Hands down, straight up, that's what you need to do. First and foremost, you need to go to freelancing.com to learn exactly how to start wholesaling houses absolutely for free. And I've said it a million times, just go to freelancing.com. You can learn how to get into wholesaling real estate for free, learn the basics and everything like that. And go there, guys. I'm telling you, that is how you get started. Make your first $500,000 in wholesaling real estate. So